Well, hello, boys and girls. Favourite grumpy granny from Grover's Patch back again. How are you on this fine Sunday? I hope you are well. So today I'm going to start something very special, and that is a challenge. I'm setting myself a challenge. So I've been watching some of the other young people, resellers, like, the Everyday Flipper and, the likes. They do a challenge where they're going to turn a $2 coin into a car. Well, I'm a bit old for that crap. But I do have to say, when you're as old as I am and you listen to so much loud rock music in the 70s and the 80s, by the time you get to my age, your hearing gets a little bit dodgy. And I know that I'm starting to suffer from some hearing loss, particularly listening to people with deep voices. And it seems like I'm surrounding myself with men with deep voices at the moment. So I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to have to do something about that in the very near future. But by hell, have you ever looked at the price of hearing aids? Me. So, look, I've just had a look at a few different ones. And, like even your basic models, I'm going to be looking at $4 or $5 grand just to buy hearing aids so that I can hear properly. Anyway, what I am going to do is, a little while ago, you may or may not remember, I'm not sure how much I talked about it on here. I did in the Discord. I did a bit of a show and tell. I purchased a bulk lot of clothing from one of my local op shops. So it's about equivalent to what you would get in a small pallet. I will show you now. So there's a couple of these big, huge striped bags, and they are chock-a-block with stuff. So that is what I got. I paid $30 for all this clothing, and there is a lot in there. Layers and layers and layers of it, all different types of things. So what I've decided to do, I was actually going to go and take some money and take it down to the op shop and invest that in purchases from the op shop. And then I thought, why am I doing that when I've got stock here that can equally do this as well? But then what do I choose? Because I could pick and choose the best stuff that I've got and sell it. Well, I decided not to do that at all. So, I have decided to do it using these. And that was $30 for those two huge big bags. And I have already started taking photos today to get this stuff listed. What I'm going to do is every Sunday afternoon, I'm going to come back and report to you how this little challenge is going, let you know how much I've listed out of that bag, at what cost, like what the value is of the listed items, and then also if I've sold any. And then we'll keep a running total and see how much we can actually make out of that bag. And then I'll be able to use any funds that I do get, I'll be able to actually reinvest that into some other purchases to help roll over to go towards my hearing aids. So these are a couple of the little items that I have sold. Hang on, I'm just going to get rid of that outer border so you can see these better. So I've only taken photos so far of a couple of things. So I've got this Lilia extra large tunic, which is actually a really nice knit and something a bit different. Nice green with the faux cowl neck and like a faux cardigan looking 3/4 sleeve. And then I've got this RVCA or Rivka or however you like to pronounce it, size small T-shirt, striped, made in India. So I'm kind of thinking it's going to almost be vintage. I haven't comped these yet, but they're the first two items. And I've got some beautiful skirts that I'm about to go and take some photos of that will also be added to this challenge. So I hope you'll keep joining me over Sunday as we go through and do the challenge. So I'm just, bear with me. Oh, can't get my mouse to do what I need it to do. Bloody thing. So that's what's happening. And also, I thought I'd show you a few things that I have sold this week. One thing I have to say is that it would appear that that clothing is starting to move along a bit now. I think that is because the change of weather, change of seasons. I've just got to find the right screen. So I think it is starting to sell a bit. So this was one that I sold, which is a turtleneck sweater, a nice vintage one. It's actually got a little bit of, which is hard to see, but it has actually got a bit of navy trim around the bottom of the hemline and the bottom of the sleeves there. Quite nice. Little wool red knit jumper. I accepted an offer of $20 plus post on that one. So that was pretty good. And the next one I'm going to show you. Oh, by the way, that jumper cost me 67 cents at my local op shop in a bag sale. So in case you were wondering. The next sale I've got here is, look, you can't go past an Ian Fleming James Bond book. They sell really quickly and you get reasonable money. Now, this issue, you may look at that and think, oh, that's not all that much money for a Goldfinger book. But this is a book club edition. And book club editions of books tend not to be very valuable. So to get almost $50, and I actually accepted an offer of $45 on this, to get that much money for a book club edition is actually pretty good. So, and that's plus post. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I think that one took like, I'll just have a look. That took 25 days from when I listed it for it to sell. So very quick turnover with those. Next thing I'm going to show you is this beautiful, another beautiful vintage piece that I sold. This is a Balmoral top and jacket. It has actually got a singlet top, you know, like a sleeveless little top underneath, and then the evening jacket that goes over the top. It's a silk look. It's not actually made from silk. It's a vintage plus size 26. So I'm not going to say it would be a current 26. Wouldn't be equivalent to like an autograph size, let's say. And the other thing it does have is this beautiful brooch with the stones built in, which is really nice. So I sold that for $27.15 plus post, which, yeah, was $15.40 because it did need to go into a bigger parcel than normal. Then we have the Collins book of Best Loved Verse, chosen by Charles Osborne. Look, I keep saying it again and again, the classics sell. And they do. When it comes to literature, you can't go past the classics. This is a lovely book. It's in great condition. Inside, the dust jacket's actually in pretty good condition as well. And there are beautiful wood engravings by Reynolds Stone that illustrate the book. It's from 1986. And that one sold for $34.21 plus post. So, yeah, pretty happy with that sale. The next sale I'm going to show you is this Sarah, I don't know which, it's not Zara, but it's Sarah cardigan. It's just a quite a nice basic one. It's a women's size 2 extra large. It's a grey open waterfall, long sleeves. It's a linen blend, and it was very soft and very light, great for that in between weather. Sold that for $28 plus post. Pretty happy with that. Then we've got this pair of Tommy Hilfiger jeans. Now, these are only a size 29-inch, so quite small size. They're just a mid-rise khaki, straight-cut chinos. You know, nothing spectacular about them. They cost me $1 off a sale rack. I sold them for $19.88 plus post. And finally, I'm going to show you this book sale. So this is an international book sale. This one's going over to the US. And I have sold quite a few of these sets. I'm going to say this is probably the 4th or 5th one of this series, a trilogy. The Christopher Paolini Inheritance Eldest Brisinger fantasy books about the dragons. Always a great set. This one probably went a little bit cheaper because the books weren't all from the same edition. Well, I mean, they were, but 2 of the books were just paperbacks and 1 was a trade paperback, which, it's always nice to have them so that they're all the same. But in this case, they weren't. So I sold that for $59 plus postage to the US of $48. So, yeah, that one brings in revenue of over $100, which is very nice. Now, that set I got at a particular secondhand book store called The Forge when I happened to be passing by. It's only open on a Sunday. And it's not like I can go there at the drop of a hat because it's, a couple of hours drive away. But if I'm happen to be heading towards Melbourne any time on a Sunday and I'm able to stop there, I usually do because their book prices aren't too bad. So these were $2 each, which, that's probably, I don't like to pay too much for my books. But yeah, that will get it done. All right. So that is it, boys and girls. Just finished recording the podcast with Octo today. And then we will be going in at 5 o'clock. We'll be meeting in my Discord. If you're interested, come across. There is a link down below in the description. Come across because one of our members has scored a huge big free book deal. Now, he picked up heap of boxes from this person giving these books away earlier in the week. And so he did an unboxing and basically he went through the boxes. The people that were in there watching were able to tell him what the books that they knew of, what the values were, whether he should list it, whether he should bundle it, whether he should put it in a variation listing and stuff. And we actually found some really valuable books in there. So Adam, who is the member I'm talking about, contacted the person back again, and it turns out that they have been a bookseller in the past, but now they're concentrating on just doing comics, it seems, and they're wanting to get rid of their books. And so he told him that he could come and pick up another 8 boxes of books today. And so there's going to be an unboxing at 5 o'clock in the Discord in one of the voice rooms. So it'd be great to see you in there. All right, boys and girls, that is it for me. I'm out of here because I need to go and get a few things done before I go to the unboxing. Hooroo.